welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to discuss two of my favorite foundations. I'm an oily girl, so these are mattifying foundations. They're more to the mid to high range foundations. If y'all would like to see some reviews about some drugstore brand foundations, just let me know in the comment section. But yeah, these are two of my favorite mid-level to high-end foundations. And the first one is going to be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation. I am the color 5N2 Amber Honey. That's my shade. This is a very good mattifying foundation. I'm very oily, very oily. And what I noticed is that even in warmer weather, this one stays put and it doesn't get as shiny as quickly as some of the other foundations I've tried. It's also, I would say it's full coverage. Maybe you could say medium to full coverage, but it was full coverage for me. It's still, in my opinion, but if you have very dark spots, you may think maybe medium. It is definitely buildable, so you'll be able to, you know, apply layers to be able to cover spots. And it's a little dirty, but just to kind of let you see. But yeah, so I got this one at Macy's actually. Yeah, and I really enjoy it. It has a pouring top, so it doesn't have like a push spout or squeeze. It's just a pour, so you have to really get good at knowing how much you would need per application so you're not wasting any. But sometimes if I over pour, I'll just kind of scoop it back up on my hand inside the tube, inside the jar, the bottle, so it, you know, of course I'm not wasting any product. I think I paid like $47 for this in Macy's, which to me isn't bad at all. But I mean, if you're, you know, for a mid-level to high-level foundation, which with good coverage, and I think this one lasts me, because I wear makeup every day, like I would say on average 6 days a week at the least. So I think this one lasted me maybe 4 or 5 months with my application. Yeah. So my next, and also it is a little difficult to know when you're getting low, if that makes sense, because of course it is a glass bottle, but you can't really see when it's about to run out. So I would usually just kind of peer inside the bottle to see how much is left and just kind of get my idea, kind of shake and move it around to see if I can see any type of leveling on the sides, to see if I can see how much is left in there. Yeah, the next foundation that I really like or love is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. I'm not for sure if I said that correctly or not. It has octinoxate sunscreen. It's a broad spectrum SPF 15, up to 24-hour color wear and comfort, transfer resistant. So this is the one, this is the bottle here. I am the color 47 Susie, which is this one. So you can see it. Okay. I am that color. I really like this foundation. It's mattifying as well. What I noticed is that these are very comparable to me. The only difference is with my primer right now, I'm using the Tatcha Silk Primer. This one is it this one or this one? This one, my smile lines don't crease as fast as what this one does, but I mean, they're still very good. I mean, hey, but I did notice that this one didn't crease as fast with my smile lines as this one did. But as far as the texture, consistency, and then the overall, when you apply it on your face, they're both very comparable. The color shading to me is very comparable, pretty much. Like, I'm pretty good with matching myself, but these are, like, to me, almost the exact same color when I apply them on my face for the most part. This one, in my opinion, is also a full coverage. I would say medium to full coverage. For me, it's pretty much full coverage. Unless you have a lot of dark spots, then you may consider this one to be medium coverage, but it is buildable. So you'll be able to cover spots with them if you do several layers in certain spots where you have more hyperpigmentation. I like this for, well, as an oily girl, I really do like this foundation. And also, it can be a little difficult to find matching foundations with darker skin tones. So to me, with me being like I would say I'm dark, but some people may say I'm brown, but I think I'm dark. But these match perfectly for my complexion. So if you're around my complexion and you're oily, you will probably, you're not acne prone, which I can be acne prone sometimes, but truthfully I have such a strict regimen that I kind of combat that. But these work well for me. They don't break me out. They don't clog my pores. They last all day. I don't really notice too much oxidizing at the end of the day either. And it does, in my opinion, give a sort of airbrush finish with my application. I do use like a beauty blender type sponge with mine. I prefer the sponge over a brush because I just get a more flawless application with a sponge. And yeah, I like the coverage for me. I get a lot of compliments and people always tell me that my makeup looks flawless. So I would say this one is more of that. If you're looking for that airbrush look as opposed to a more natural look, like no makeup look, I would say this one, these are good for the airbrush makeup on fleek for full coverage look. These are really good for those. I'm getting more into the more natural looks on my lazy days. But when I'm going now, I really can appreciate like makeup on fleek, flawless, looking airbrushed, like a celebrity type, you know, look. These are good for that. I like these. So yeah. This one here, I actually broke the top. Let me see if I can get, okay, here you go. So this one has one of those little push spout tops. I don't know if that's the right word for this, but yeah. So this is good. The only thing about this is that as it gets low, it's like it's hard to get the last bit of product out of the bottle as it starts to get low. So what I was doing was it had a little, it broke off inside the bottle because I kept taking it out. But it's like a little tubey thing that's connected to this, and I would just kind of like swirl it in the bottle and get the product off the sides and the bottom, and then I'll rub it on my hand to get that little bit or whatever. That's the only thing I would say I don't like about these bottles, is because it doesn't get the very last, not even the last bit. Like once it starts to get, you know, like here, it starts to like spurt out, if that makes sense. It doesn't have a smooth, like you press and it's just smoothly coming on your hand or wherever you're applying the makeup, the foundation. It kind of splatters out and you have to push it a lot to get the product out. So I just got tired of that, and I would either just pour it or use the little piece that's in here and try to get some product out and get a little bit on my hand and use that. So yeah, how much did I pay for this one? I think I paid 52 bucks for this one, if I'm not mistaken. I bought this one a while back. I bought this one last year. This one lasts a minute. I bought this in August of 2018, and I didn't have to buy this one until maybe January. I think January of this year. I didn't have to buy this one, so it lasted for a while. With me wearing it, you know, every day. I don't use a lot anyway. Like I use maybe a quarter size amount on days where I want really good coverage, and on days where I want more of a lighter application, maybe have that just to do a quick cover up. But yeah, so these are my two favorites. They're in the $50-ish range. I got this one from Sephora and this one from Macy's, and yeah, but I'm pretty sure this one's at Sephora as well. Most good brands are at, or higher end brands are at Sephora or Macy's, because Macy's has like the Chanel and the Dior, and I'm not for sure everything that like Sephora has, because I don't go a whole lot, because I believe in, like, when I buy something, like as far as makeup is concerned, especially foundation, I want to use it all before I just start buying other stuff, unless it's just, if it's not working for me, I would rather return it than just to like have a bunch of different ones, because I kind of like to stick to what I know and what I know works for me. So yeah, but yeah, I think y'all will like these. And again, if you would like to see a review on maybe, you know, some drugstore foundation, something more affordable, I use those as well. So just let me know in the comment section below. And y'all have a great day. Bye.